Imagine trying to build a piece of furniture, but your tools are buried under piles of junk scattered across a messy garage, where every single tool you need is exactly where you expect it to be, ready the moment you reach for it. Writing code in Java works the exact same way. Before you start building, you need a clean, well-organized workspace. In the programming world, we call this workspace an IDE. That stands for Integrated Development Environment. But really, you can just think of it as your digital workshop. We use an IDE because it takes the three main steps of coding: writing the text, running the program, and debugging, which is just a fancy word for fixing your mistakes, and packs them all into a single, easy-to-use window. So there's no need to be intimidated by the terminology. An IDE is just a tool designed to handle the clutter, leaving you free to focus entirely on building your program. Before you can type your first line of code, you have to pick out your workshop. Fortunately, the three most popular options used by professional developers everywhere are all completely free. First up is IntelliJ IDEA. Think of this as the high-tech workshop. It has a modern design and features a clever smart completion tool that actually anticipates what you are trying to type and finishes the sentence for you. Next is Eclipse, the classic community garage. It is highly reliable, backed by a massive global network of developers sharing advice and building updates. Finally, we have Visual Studio Code. This minimalist workbench starts out as a lightweight, bare-bones editor. But, much like snapping tools onto a pegboard, you can easily add specific extensions to customize it perfectly for Java. They all have very different architectural styles. Whether you choose the high-tech shop, the classic garage, or the minimalist bench, every single one of them contains the exact tools you need to successfully write a Java program. Setting up any of these digital workshops is simple. In fact, it is no different than downloading a standard everyday application, like a web browser or a music player. You just visit the official website for the IDE you want, find the download section, and grab the correct version for your computer, whether you are running a Mac, Windows, or Linux operating system. Once the file downloads, you open the installer and simply click through the standard on-screen prompts. When it finishes, you just launch the application. You will be greeted by an empty, ready-to-use workspace. That's really all there is to it. Regardless of which software you decide to go with, getting your workspace ready is a straightforward process that only takes a few minutes. So, to review your options, you have IntelliJ IDEA, the powerful and modern option, Eclipse, which is popular and reliable, and VS Code, the lightweight and flexible choice. When you are just starting out, it is completely normal to stare at a list like this and worry about making the wrong choice, or fear that picking the wrong one will ruin your learning experience. Let me reassure you, absolute beginners cannot make a wrong choice here. All three of these tools are perfectly capable of handling everything you need to learn the basics of Java. You also aren't locked in forever. The Java code you write in one IDE will run in any of the others. If you don't like your first choice, you can always download a different one later and bring your code right along with you. So for now, just look at the three options, pick the one that visually appeals to you the most, and run that quick installation process. Once your digital workshop is successfully installed, the setup phase is over. You have your tools laid out, your workbench is clean, and you are ready. In our next video, we will put those tools to work and write your very first Java program.